Hello everybody and welcome back to Extra Holiday Games. I'm Extra Holiday and we are going to the next level in World 5. I guess it would be 5-2, technically. Although there are 5 levels in each world, whereas in Mario 1, which is where that convention came from, there are only 4 levels per world. But hey, Starbomb! I know that band. There's a star and some bombs. I get it. I got it. We're good. Everything's fine. Nothing's the matter. I think if I stand there, I die, maybe? No, I don't. Okay. Just gonna... Okay. We seem to be... Whoa, okay. All right. I see what's going on. All right. All right. The bombs are what I'll need to be watching. All right. Got it. Okay. Well, and the sun, of course, because that can kill me if I'm not prepared. Okay. Jumping on this seems like a safe thing to do. Okay. So I have to jump when those explode to not die. Got it. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I'm just going to walk. I'm just going to walk. Cool. Theoretically, I could jump on that thwomp and go up there. Actually, it looked like that might have been an actual valid path. I'm gonna try that this time. I'm gonna try hopping on the thwomp and see where that gets me. Alright. Bounce, bounce. Nope, that's just death. Got it. It kind of looked like I could continue to the right from there, but nope. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. This is an auto-scroller level, in case you didn't notice. Auto-scrollers tend to get a bad rap. And frankly, I'm not a huge fan of them myself. But I mean, they can be done well. I think I mentioned this in a Dinosaur Laser Fight, that auto-scrollers can be done well. And so far, this doesn't seem like the worst auto-scroller. One thing Ross did say in a lot of his commentary, okay, I should maybe just not stand on top. Well, then standing on top keeps me safe from the Mecha Koopa, but then again, I can just bounce on the Mecha Koopa and jump back. Well. Either way is fine, probably, as long as I don't die to the explosion that lingers. What was I saying? Auto-scrollers. Oh yeah, Ross was saying in some of his commentaries on other people playing his levels that he had a lot more auto-scrollers planned, but he ended up... Okay, that was too soon. Got it. He ended up taking the auto-scrolling out of a lot of levels, like Inflated Ego. That one was apparently supposed to be an auto-scroller at one point. There was another one we recently played that was... Oh, it was... wasn't the last level, but it was the last level of the last world. Okay. Alright. So you can die walking into the explosion there. Good. Good to know. What was that one called? Oh, the SS Updog. Yeah. So on the SS Updog... there was supposed to be the section with the thwomps on the rails that are blowing up the bombs. That part was originally a auto-scroller. Which, you know, okay, I can see it. And that's why the timing's a little weird. Because it's not originally designed to be. It wasn't designed to be. The screen was set to move at a specific pace, and thus, if you were keeping up with the screen, which you have to, then you would have been keeping up with everything that was happening. Well, the one thing that happened in the Grumps playthrough, that you've probably already watched, but I guess I'll just highlight that, that didn't happen in mine, is that room specifically, there is... I thought if the thwomp got all the way to the right and you weren't over to the right where you were trying to get to by that time, that you'd just be screwed. But I didn't think to do this, and this is totally on me, because this is definitely a mechanic I know about in Mario. But if you go through the pipe that's to the left, that was too early. But if you go through the pipe to the left, then you can reset the room, which is funny because I definitely talked about using that mechanic in one of my levels, because I did. In fact, I specifically mentioned how I used a pipe instead of doors because it looked more organic. So, yeah, interesting. Also, I'm slightly... Actually, you know what? I probably don't need the sun to set off the bombs there. I'm slightly confused why sometimes he doesn't set off the bomb and sometimes he does. Because as far as I know, his sweep is always at the same angle. So theoretically, he should always be setting off the bombs. But, okay, yeah, that was bad. You know, if you stand there, you're probably fine, actually. Yeah, I'm fairly certain that his sweep is always at the same angle and the same timing, so I don't know why sometimes he seems to set off bombs and sometimes he doesn't. It's weird. I walked into the explosion again. That's just a little bit of I don't know if I'd call it jank. Well, maybe it is, but it's jank that kind of makes sense, you know? Like, you don't want the explosion to be just a single frame of damage, right? Otherwise, it doesn't seem all that impactful, and it's probably too easy to dodge at that point. I shouldn't have done that. It's fine. So I get why, you know, the explosions linger a bit, but there are, of course, games where the explosions linger for far too long. Like, I think as a general rule, if the explosion... Oh, I see why he's not setting off the bombs. It's because I'm going high. If I go high too early, then he'll actually, the screen will scroll up and he moves with the screen. Okay, I got it. But as I'm saying, I think the general rule for how long an explosion should last in a video game is if it lasts long enough to hit you twice with the same explosion, it's probably lasting too long. Just like the thought occurred to me, and it's not the first time this thought has occurred to me, but most recently the thought occurred to me with again, watching Grumps. I've been watching a lot of them lately. But yeah, most recently it occurred to me when I was watching the Grumps play Sonic Heroes, and they were doing the last boss fight, and it's not exclusive to the last boss fight in this game. It's basically anytime there's a cannon, you're at risk of this. But yeah, I specifically saw Aaron get hit by the start of an explosion and then stand back up, and he had no rings because he just got hit, right? And then his iframes did not last long enough for him to not get hit by the explosion again. Which meant that the explosion was just instant death, basically. Except not instant, because it took a second. Which is probably the most frustrating thing, when, like, you know you're dead, but the game just is taking its time finishing you off. Yeah, so I think even if I don't hit the bombs there with the sun, I can actually just jump across to the Mecha Koopa. Or across the Mecha Koopas, I should say. And make it. Ooh. Yeah, it's some funny little quirks that games sometimes have. Why did I jump? I always jump there. Why do I jump? I'm safe if I don't jump. I don't get it, me. Why do you do that? Just gonna... One of my favorite things in Mario is crouch jumping. And in fact, I like it so much, I just straight up missed that jump. I like crouch jumping so much that it's not required in the level that I made, the second level I made. But the second level I made, which is all about teaching the player to crouch, or how to slide with a crouch, I should say. The second level I made has points where you are rewarded for crouch jumping. Like, it's towards the end, but there's a spot where, you know what, I could, if I wanted to, after I beat this level, I could show you all this, because this is the game, the very game that I made that level in. But yeah, there's a spot where the fastest way through the level is to crouch jump, is to run up, slide, and then jump through. You know, I feel like I have to show this now. You know what? We haven't made it this far in this level. All we've really done is lost lives, so we can I really just want to show this because I think it's neat. So we're gonna, oh, not what I meant to do. Hold on. We're just gonna quit for now. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to Russ's level, but I just want to show you guys what I'm talking about in my level. And actually, this will be the first time one of my levels is on the channel, now that I think about it. But all right, so we're gonna go here. Uploaded courses. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay. It is this one, World 1 Slide. All right, now this will be real quick, I promise. We'll get back to Ross's level in a second, but I just want to show off this part of the level because I think I did a pretty neat job on it. And frankly, I maybe some point I'll get around to showing off all my levels. That might be actually a stream thing when I start streaming, because I definitely have more levels I want to make, but I don't know when I'm gonna get to that. But anyway, here's World 1 Slide, which is 1/2 of my world. All right, so you've got this mushroom here that it's designed to, well, there's a lot of things going on here actually. So the mushroom you need to get through here because that's kind of the whole crux of the level, where this whole mechanic right here, run and slide. So what I have to, so I have to make sure that the player's big, otherwise they can just run out under whatever obstacle I just put in front of them. And then here you don't even have to slide, actually you can just crouch to make it under that, which is why I made it moving. And then this teaches you, hey, this is the part where you have to run and slide, because otherwise you get stuck here and then you can go through. But yeah, you have to run and slide to get through there. So that's the part where it's mandatory. And then here, oh yeah, this is the part below you don't actually have to run, but I made this part here to make sure they knew how to run because it's going to be useful. So I'm running, right, and that's the part where you actually have to do the run and slide. And then we've got this area here where, you know, it's another check, because there's a checkpoint. I have to put a check to make sure that they're big again. And then I teach them, I show them down here that, oh hey, here's a thing that can happen. Blocks can move up and down, because that's pretty much the only hazard in this level. And I'm also teaching them how on-off blocks work here by hitting them, or making them hit them to progress. Okay, so yeah, here's what's supposed to be the challenge part of the level, where you have to time your run and slide to actually make it through without, you know, getting crushed. And I had to make it, the only way I could really hurt a player without breaking the level is to crush them. So that's why this is a block moving up and down and not like an enemy or something. So yeah, I slide through there. Okay. And then it's like, oh, this is the same, but it's harder. Okay. So I gotta time this. Oh, nope, messed it up. Hopefully I can do the slide jump later. There we go, just like that. And if you hit the on-off switch, it'll activate this wall and you'll be crushed. Okay, so this is the part I was talking about, where you're rewarded if you can slide jump properly. Okay, I didn't do it right. And the coins are set up to be in the exact right spot. But if you do it right, you slide jump through that little hole and it's very fast. And then, this is the end of the level. At the end of the level, there's another slide jump to get, and you have to slide jump there to get the 1-up. Otherwise, you just fall and you get like minimum points. So, yeah, that's what I was talking about when I'm saying I like crouch jumping and slide jumping. Okay, anyway, let's get back to Ross's world. Because I spent enough time explaining my own stuff. All right. Ross. All right. And you know what? We'll go ahead and go ahead and get back to Ross's level next time. But as for this episode, that's a wrap. Might have got a little sidetracked there.